Hi viewers, welcome back again to the channel R.A.M, Relationship and Marriage. Here we always bring to you the things that happen in marriages and the things that happen in relationships. We have been having videos to show you some of the things that happen in marriages and some of the things that happen in the relationships, so that you as a viewer can learn from them and learn away when you see the red flags. And therefore today we are here once again to have a topic that we're going to discuss still on marriages and relationship. We want first to thank you so much for your continued support. You have been supporting us by liking our videos, by commenting, by subscribing, and we really want to say thank you so much, and may the Lord bless you. Continue supporting us, subscribe to our channel, comment, like our videos, share with your friends so that we can teach as many people as possible. And today's topic, we want to discuss about how much can you forgive, or rather how far can you go when it comes to forgiveness. How far can you go when it comes to forgiveness, both in the relationship and in marriage. And we want to talk about forgiveness in marriage because that is where we are. And by the way, Patrick, there are some things that we have seen in the many years we have stayed in the marriage. We have had couples, like there was a couple at Vinca. The lady was removed the eyes by the husband.
Yes.
The husband removed her the eyes. And still this lady later on, after hearing, she forgave the husband.
Yes.
There is another lady just here near us who wanted to kill the husband, and she planned. Fortunately, the husband was told before it was done, but still the husband forgave her. So that is why we are discussing this topic. How far or how much can you forgive a spouse or a partner in the relationship? Now that is what I want us to discuss today. And I want us to start by a story of a very close friend of ours. And that close friend of ours, they had a disagreement, because in marriage disagreements are very common.
They are common, very true.
Because one, you are not born together.
She's not your sister.
Exactly.
Your sister or
and
your
even
brother.
if it's your sister or your brother, people
They still
quarrel.
collide, yeah.
And therefore there are disagreements in marriages. And this couple had a disagreement. And the lady went back to her mother. And therefore she went back with the children, because according to the Kikuyu customs, you cannot leave your children with the husband.
Yes.
So if you run away from the husband, you run away with your children. So this lady ran away with the children to her mother's house. And this gentleman, you know, they are friends.
Yeah.
This gentleman decided to go and get
The children.
the children from the wife. And I think he had tried getting them. And the lady and now the mother-in-law to this man, they were not willing to give out
They
the
were
children.
refusing to give out the children.
And therefore this man went to the in-laws with a panga to get his children. Unfortunately, he was denied the children. And I think we are going to bring the couple here,
Yeah, one day.
so that they can tell the story, because us, we cannot be able to tell clearly what happened. And therefore, when he went there to get the children, of course, he was denied the children by the mother-in-law and the wife. And he took the panga and cut the mother-in-law and cut the wife.
And a worker.
Exactly. And this case went to the prison. He was taken to the prison. And when they started the case, the wife was willing to forgive him. But the mother-in-law was not willing to forgive him. And therefore it was a wrong case where we were involved. And it was quite challenging, even for us,
I remember we went inside the prison
to see the man.
Yeah.
We went to visit him in prison, and actually we were seeing that this lady, she was very much willing to forgive the husband. And actually the reason why we went to prison, we wanted to know whether this man has actually changed, or he's just saying he has changed,
Pretending.
and then he will kill the
everybody,
wife.
yeah.
And therefore we went, and we found a man who was remorseful, and a man who was willing to change.
And to forgive.
And therefore the wife, in the long run, to cut the long story short, because they might come here to tell their story, the wife forgave the man, and the mother-in-law continued with the case. But in the long last, the mother-in-law also forgave the man, and now they are happy together. And therefore we decided to revisit this topic. We are not saying that when somebody tries to kill you or to do something bad, you forgive them. But we want to pose this question to you. How far can forgiving a person go? And what are the conditions for you to forgive that person? Maybe I can start with you. How far should we go when it comes to forgiving?
I think forgiveness or kind of forgiving somebody depends with the love you have for that person.
The love you have for that
Yes,
person?
yes.
But don't you think if I forgive this person, I love too much, maybe this person is not remorseful and he will end up killing me?
You know, you kind of weigh with that person because it's somebody you know for years.
You have stayed with them for years.
Like me, you know my weaknesses, yeah?
Yeah.
I know your weaknesses. Yeah, like that.
There is this other story whereby this lady, they had separated with the husband. And when they separated, the husband called her and told her, come please we talk, and come and prepare for me a meal. And this guy bought some meat. So the lady came and prepared the meal. And the guy ate. And then he told her, let us go somewhere, we discuss. So they went somewhere, and this guy forced the lady to drink acid. And fortunately, the lady died. So that is why I'm asking you, how will you know that this person is worth forgiving?
Or he's genuine.
Or he's telling a lie, he's pretending. And then when you come to the house, it's another case. Because we have had so many cases where people pretend and then they turn against their spouse.
No, it also depends with the problems you had, both of you. Yes, you see?
Yeah.
The depth of the problem.
And how, I think, also, how you have been relating with this person, like you said, when you join together, you really know your spouse properly. You know how far they can go, and what they are capable of doing.
Yes, very true.
And therefore, by weighing, you should be able to either forgive or not forgive. Because sometimes it is not good to risk your life in the name of forgiving.
Or
In the name of love.
That is.
Exactly. So if you find that this person, either the lady or the man, is capable of repeating the same mistake, I think I would advise people not to forgive.
If you can remember.
Yani, you can forgive, but don't move in with this person. Don't go together with him or her, because you never know what they have planned.
Now what I was saying, if you can remember that man who killed the wife and killed himself once upon a time.
Exactly.
You remember how he was behaving?
Exactly.
And he was our friend.
Yeah. We had another friend, maybe I have remembered that story when you mentioned that. They were very close friends to us. Actually, we went to visit them when they had a baby. And this guy kept on saying he can cut. Anaweza kukatakata watoto wa neighbor. And therefore, that was a sign of an unstable person psychologically, a person who is capable of. But when he was telling us like that, you know, we never thought that
he was just joking, you know.
We thought that it is just a joke. But later, he killed the wife and killed himself. Meaning that whatever he was saying, he was serious about it.
Yes.
So if you find that a person is bitter, a person is capable of doing anything, then please run away for your life. Because you cannot just sit there and forgive a person who will later kill you. Because this lady, I remember, that lady who was killed and then the man killed himself, he ran away several times.
Yes.
And then he could come back and forgive this guy. And it ended up in a tragedy.
Yes.
So it is very, very important to know the person you are living with. And that is why in this channel, we tell you, even before you go to stay together, get to know the person you are marrying, their character, their background, their relatives,
Yes.
and their history. Because you never know. You might be marrying people who are murderers.
Very true.
Or get married to a lady who have some unstable behaviors. Because in this life, we are here for a short while.
Very true.
And therefore, whether you are in marriage or you are in a relationship, you're supposed to enjoy. It is supposed to bring you joy. It's supposed to bring you happiness. And we are telling you that. And I want to tell you, marriage is not a bed of roses. There are so many ups and downs. There are so many things that you can never know about a couple. I think in African tradition, people keep a lot to themselves about issues in marriages. But nowadays, I thank God because people are opening up to say the problems they are facing. But initially, people could keep silent, women could keep silent of the issues they are going through in marriages. Because there are ups and downs in marriages, and if you find that your marriage poses some danger, I always advise you to run for your dear life. Because this is a person you have met, you cannot die for a person. The other reason, we are talking about forgiveness.
And I think what you are talking about ladies. Can I also talk about men?
Exactly, yeah.
Men, please, don't die. Don't die. Because women always, they go, they chat, they
discuss their
issues, but
their problems.
But men don't. They are dying slowly by slowly. Men don't accept
open
to die.
up.
Yeah, don't accept
don't
to die.
open
Yourself. Open to your friends.
Open up to your friends. Tell them your
problems. Yeah.
What you are going through. But above all, I think for you to be together and marriage to work out, you have to agree. There must be discussions. When issues come, they should be discussed. Because most of the issues that come in marriages, if they are not discussed, they go accumulating until they end up being hatred, and it becomes a volcano which can erupt anytime. So it is very, very important as a couple, if you are a young couple, if you are just in your middle years in marriage, it is very, very important to discuss the issues that happen. Because I have found that the many years I've stayed in marriage and the many stories I've heard about marriage, one of the issues that bring problems, great problems, is the lack of discussion. A problem happens, it's not discussed. It is closed or bottled. And therefore, this problem, you know, when you discuss a problem, you are able to open up how you are feeling, your feelings, your hearts, and the other person is able to tell the same. And you can learn to discuss the issue and come up with a solution. But if the problem is not discussed, it can escalate until it poses a danger to both of you. So it is very, very important to discuss issues. And this is where forgiveness comes in. Because you cannot forgive having not discussed an issue.
But you see, there is one problem we have. Everybody is busy looking for a coin, for money, that is.
But I think we should not be too busy for a marriage. Because this is your life.
That is why you have to look for a day, maybe on a weekend, and you go somewhere, you try to spice your marriage.
Exactly, and we are coming up with that program of spicing our marriage, and we'll be taking you to different places and how you can spice your marriage. Whether you are young, whether you are old, whether you are whichever age, marriage should be spiced, even in the old age. Because as you grow old, by the way, when people get married, their relationship is very intact because there are no children, there are no problems.
After getting the children?
When the children come, they come with a lot of demands.
And
needs. And therefore, you have to look for money. And in the process of looking for money, if this money is not available, there are quarrels.
Yes.
Actually, the one reason people quarrel in marriage is lack of finances. Because their children want to eat, they want to go to school, they want to be... Exactly. So, when the children come, there are so many issues that come with them. One, the mother concentrates so much into the children and forgets the other partner.
The partner, yes, yes.
Because now you have more burden on your shoulder, like before, before you got children, you didn't have a lot of burden.
So what you are trying to say, the rough is divided.
Exactly. Because you have to take care of the children. If you're working mom,
Yes.
you have to go to work. You have to make sure the house is clean. You have to make sure the clothes are clean.
Yes.
Women have a lot of roles in the house. And nowadays, I am happy because I can see a lot of assisting one another. The couples that I am nowadays, I hope it is the way we are seeing in social media, because we see a lot of helping each other and a lot of accommodating each other's weaknesses, which is very, very important in marriage. Because like we have said, marriage is not a bed of roses.
It's not.
It has so many issues. These are two different people who think differently, who act differently, who have their mindset on different issues, and then they come together. So you have to really be intentional on making the marriage work. On making the marriage work. And forgiving is one of the virtues. We are not saying we should not forgive, but we are saying you should look at to what extent am I supposed to forgive.
And
like there are so many things.
And openness.
Exactly. There are so many things that happen in marriage that needs forgiveness.
Very true.
Like anybody can come late, either me or you, and you apologize and you say, I was working somewhere, I got late, this is what has happened. And life continues because everybody is bound to make a mistake in this life.
Very true.
Yeah, and therefore there are so many things that you need to forgive in marriage. There are other issues that are too big that you have to sit and reason whether you should forgive or not, depending on how great the issue is. I think so.
What else?
Sema.
Something.
What about infidelity?
Infidelity.
One of the couples has cheated in marriage. How far should a woman or a man persevere on a cheating spouse?
Well, that is what I was trying to say, that it depends with how about the love you have for the other one, because that one will depend with what you are thinking, so that you can forgive.
But let me ask you, this person who cheated on me, you have said we consider the love. Was he considering the love when he cheated on me? Because I think here love is no issue.
It is the devil, as they say.
No. That is an excuse. And that is not allowed at all. But we are saying, sometimes even in the case of infidelity, you can forgive depending on how the spouse expresses him or herself. If this person, whether he's a she or a he, is ready to make a turnaround and completely change and stop cheating, then forgiving can be given a space. But if it is a recurring habit, that this person keeps on cheating, keeps on saying I will never repeat again, and repeats again, then I think that one is not forgivable.
Yeah, very true.
Because that is a habit that person has formed, and he will not or she will not come out of that habit.
Very true.
It will be very, very hard for them to come out of that marriage. Maybe you can put on a comment below, how far should forgiveness be? Especially when it comes to a person who is what? who beats,
Who beat the wife?
violent.
Yeah, yeah.
That is the word. A person who is violent, a person who is very, very rude, a person who mistreats you, a person who cheats. How far should we go in forgiving these people?
Yeah.
And that was anything
because
to add?
because some of the men they can cheat, and then when they go to the wife, they start fighting. You see,
They don't accept.
they don't accept, so it end up by.
And by the way, let me ask you, why don't men accept they have cheated even when they are caught? Because people say that even if you catch a man red-handed cheating, he will still say, I was not cheating.
No, he will say it is the devil. That is the
He
word.
will say it is the devil, or say, I was doing the, try to explain. Why do they do that?
I don't know.
Instead of admitting to the problem and
I don't know.
asking for forgiveness.
That one I don't have any answer.
But you are a man.
Yes, but that one I don't have any answer. you know, you have to be experienced in that also. You have an experience.
Yeah, I think we have really talked about how fast should someone forgive. And I think we have exhausted the topic, but the viewers can comment and tell us what we have left out. And I think it's time to say bye-bye and God bless.